Just wait for a few minutes. It's like 2 past. 2 minutes. See if you can hear me. Is this okay? This volume, I think so. It's now 1 minute left, and I'm gonna check it out here. Okay. Hi everybody. This is Jana Sorsa, and today this live webinar is about law of attraction, and I'm going to take up some issues, some questions that people ask me and my friend Harnet. She couldn't be here today, so I'm going to talk with you. And feel free to post some comments and questions here in the chat, so I will answer those also. And we have been talking about law of attraction in our previous webinar, and this time, as I told you, I'm going to take up some questions that people ask and wonder about. As you know, I and Harnet also have workshops live, and we have coaching. We coach people, individual couples, a workplace, wherever you need to raise the consciousness about how you affect your life. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship, if it's a workplace, if it's a family or friends. In order to feel good, you begin with to be conscious about what you're thinking and what you are talking and what you are reacting to. So let's start there and just remind you that law of attraction is about what you think and what you talk attracts and creates, manifests something in your life. So if you're always like prone to negativity, you judge, you criticize, you see the faults, you see the lack in yourself, in your life, in others, in circumstances around you, that creates, of course, a manifestation, something that you don't like. So it doesn't matter what you create, because nothing is right or wrong. It's not good or bad. It's just a creation. But what you think and what you feel is the focus point to your next creation. So what you think creates how you feel in the next moment, next day, next year. So, and life is so much easier when you take your part seriously. In a way that you take responsibility how you think and what you produce. So I take the first question. There was somebody asking us that affirmation does not help. So what is affirmation actually? Affirmation, I mean, people say to me, oh, I don't do affirmations. Oh, yeah, you do. Because affirmation is a thing and thoughts you keep repeating in your mind or out loud. If I would say every day, like, oh, I'm so clumsy, I'm so stupid, that's affirmation. But people don't think about it because it's the way they talk or be, it's a habit. But when you realize that whatever you say and repeat, it's an affirmation. So affirmation is something you repeat and you have a feeling about it. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So that's why the negative affirmation works. If you go to a test at school or whatever situation you're going to, and you're going to repeat to yourself, I'm not going to make it, and you feel bad about it, that's an affirmation with huge power. And people don't realize that, and that's where the power is. That's the real affirmation. And if you could just turn around that and tell yourself affirmations that feels good instead of saying that, oh, I can't make it, it's too hard, I can never learn, or so you turn it on and tell yourself, okay, I've been learning all my life, all kinds of stuff, and I'm always learning. That's a better affirmation. Or I think I'm going to do this. It feels good when I think that I'm going to do that. So that's also a positive affirmation. So affirmation is just things you repeat and believe, and you feel something about those. Affirmations, what you say. And people don't get that if you have this negative affirmation, so-called negative, criticizing, judging, not believing affirmation, those are really strong, and those just you blurt out, you think those without thinking that you are thinking those. So it's a habit of thought, and I would call that a bad habit. So I would encourage you to change your affirmations to the good ones and be a default, not the default, a conscious creator of your own life. So you can create it as you want. You can create it to be a better, more fun life. So the affirmations doesn't work or help if you just talk it. It doesn't matter what you say. You know that. You could say that I don't never lie. Of course you do. Everybody does that. Your intention is not to lie. But I mean, you can say whatever you want with your words. And if you don't have a belief or feeling about it, it's just words. So words you have to back up your words with feeling, emotion, and believing that you believe what you are saying. Otherwise, don't bother, don't use your time to do that. So if I would tell myself every morning, that's my affirmation, today is going to be a good day. Today I'm going to have meaningful conversations. I'm going to have inspiring conversations. I'm going to feel good today. And I can say that because I really mean it and I really believe it and I know it. So if you have affirmations, we say that you lack of money or you have some economical crisis, and you tell yourself, like an affirmation, that, yeah, my money situation is good or I'm rich. And that's too long of a jump from where you are to what you want to be, like in affirmation. So I would never take that jump as high as that. That's too far to reach. So you could begin like the next step. What thought feels better than think that I'm broke or I'm poor, I don't have money? Yeah, you could say an affirmation like, I know that money comes to me in all kind of ways. If you believe that, you haven't told that it comes. You just begin to be open to the possibilities that it comes in different ways. Or you could say, I had money before coming to me, or I enjoy the thought of having money. You see, if you would say I have money and you don't have it, your mind and your feelings doesn't agree with that, and that's a resistance. So if it's too big of a gap between where you are and how you want to feel, it's going to work against you. So whatever you say, mean it, believe it, and feel good about it. That's it. And of course, I changed my affirmations before. I mean, like year or two ago, I wrote those down everywhere. Of course, I write it down also now, but because I already believe in like 100 of my affirmations that I wrote down previously. So now my affirmations are more, how do I say it, more maybe bigger, not bigger, more complex, more like really long sentences, because I like that. That feels good. And it's about my attitude of the life. So yeah, affirmations helps. But not when you feel bad or sad or in a bad mood or angry. If you're angry, say, oh, I am happy. No, you are. No, you're not. So be genuine. Create the atmosphere inside of you that you really believe in what you do. And if you aren't there, don't do it. Take it. Do it when you feel good. That's my advice to you. Okay, the next question, that was affirmations. I feel really sad or bad or low. What can I do? So okay, when you feel really low, if you wake up or during the day, something happened, you think about something. So my advice to you is to don't do anything to release that, because that's the momentum. It's already a snowball. It's on the roll. Let it roll until it stops, because it's gonna stop eventually. So here is the same answer. Like, if you believe it's going to end, it's going to pass, of course that you have to believe it. Otherwise, you're gonna continue to feel bad. You have to believe that it takes 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 day, 2 days, I don't know. Just tell yourself, it's okay. I feel bad. I feel sad. I feel angry now, but it's going to pass. And meanwhile, I am going to take a nap. That's the best one. If you are taking already naps, look a movie that inspires you, not a movie that drags you down. Listen to music that maybe inspires you. Call a friend or take a walk. Just sit on the woods, whatever. And sometimes you can't meditate if you feel too bad, if you feel too low. And that's also trying too hard. So, and the other is like, accept that you feel what you feel. That's okay. You feel what you feel. And it is as it is. So let it be. Don't judge. Don't criticize. Don't try to get rid of it. Your feelings and how you feel, how you are created by your thoughts. And thoughts, we have always thoughts. They're going to always be there. So if you resist a thought, guess what happens when you resist something? It's like, I'm resisting, and something you resist pulls back. It's like there are two forces, and you are going to strengthen the other force too. So if you try to get rid of a thought, if you try to put it down, if you try to judge yourself, oh, I'm thinking that thought again, oh, I'm terrible. So that's how you keep it there. But if you just like accept it, and by accepting you, okay, you are there. I don't put more energy on you. I don't focus on you, because I want to focus on things that makes me feel good. Thoughts that makes me feel good. So instead of putting energy on the thoughts that doesn't feel good and you judge them, you can stop that and just, okay, that is the thought that doesn't feel good. This is the thought that I like. This thought makes me feel good. So it's not a doing, actually. It's like, take your focus and refocus on something else. I mean, if you have two kind of food, you have two kind of flowers, you have two kind of things to look at. You don't look at the ugly all the time. Oh, this is ugly. This is terrible. This is, oh, gross. You don't look that. Or you maybe, I don't know. But I would rather look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. This is cute, cozy. I like that. That makes me feel good. So you choose what you focus on. And it's not a doing. It's like just soft focus on something you like. And the other one fades away. So if you feel bad, sad, angry, whatever, let it be. And the most people, including I did that in my earlier life, when I felt bad, I want to talk about it. And when you talk about it, you increase the energy, the emotion that is created in a moment. And if you want to feel good, you don't do that. And that's why people, if I'm angry or somebody else is angry, that's not when I push them to talk about it. Like, oh, tell me how you feel and why are you angry or sad, or I see something's going on. That's not the right moment. You can let other people be, and you can let yourself be. Be in the moment, be with the feelings, be with the emotions, let them pass, and then you can apply whatever strategies, methods you like. Sometimes when you're sad, it maybe helps to write it down, but that's also creating the moment, giving it more energy. So I don't know, I would rather take a nap or listen to music or take a walk, look some great movie I know I'm gonna like. So if you feel sad, let it be. Let it just pass. And also, of course, as I told you, believe that it's going to pass. That's the key also. Next question I've also received is what is the shortcut to feel good? And I know that people are really busy and we always everybody wants to feel good really fast. Like, give it to me now. Of course, I'm like that too. So the shortcut to feel good is appreciation. So I think you have been reading about it, you have been listening about it, you see the quotes in the Facebook, in the social media. So it's not a cliche, it's a real thing that appreciation is a shortcut to feel good. Appreciation in a continuous base. Like you do it in the mornings, you do it in the evenings, you do it in your talks, in your thoughts. So you start your day with that, you end your day with that, and take on next day again. And that creates more about stuff to feel good about. So, and you train your brain to be more prone to positive things instead of negative things and criticism and judging. So it's just a way to learn your brain and your mind to focus on things that makes you feel good. And also, if you tell universe every morning, every night, oh, I like this, I appreciate this, I'm very thankful for this, universe is going to give you more and more things that you like, things that you love. So appreciation is one thing, and meditation is the second thing, shortcut to feel good. So meditation every day, like 10-15 minutes. You do it your way. There's no rules. There's no how you have to do it. Just do it your way. Find your way. Or you can you do it various ways every day. You can do like guided meditation, silent meditation, you can sit or you can lay down, whatever feels good for you. Like 10-15 minutes. And it's just quieting your mind by listening to the sounds you hear. Maybe the wind is blowing, maybe the air condition is having some sound, or you have a silent music in the background you listen to with no text or lyrics, just the music. So it's just a way to calm down the mind, bubbling, the monkey mind, as some refer to. And when we calm down the mind, we get more creative, we get more intuitive, and we get more connection with ourselves and the guidance within. We hear that guidance and not the noise above here in the mind. So meditation appreciation is definitely the shortcuts to feel good. And when I mean shortcut, of course, there are hundreds of other things you can do, but these are so powerful. And when you do appreciation with a really strong intention that you really feel and mean what you say. Again, don't say just, oh, I appreciate my life and I'm thankful that I'm breathing, blah, blah, blah. Nothing like that. It's like, oh, I love that I have a boyfriend who I can love and who loves me, and I'm so happy about our relationship. I'm happy to live in this really beautiful house. It's huge. It's light. It's beautiful, cozy, homey. So whatever you talk about with a feeling And appreciation. You don't need to say I appreciate or I'm thankful for. You can say I love, I like, I feel good when I think about this. So whatever words you use in appreciation is okay, as long as you feel good. And I have an example. I was visiting my friend, and we were sleeping in the same room. My friend and her son. He was 12 that time, and I was asking. We turned off the lights, and I was asking, like in the dark, that is it okay if I just tell a few things that I appreciate of today? And they was okay. They knew I was a little bit weird, so they was okay with that. And I start to tell what did I appreciate about that day, about being with them, about the good food we made together, we enjoyed together, the games we played, the laughter we had. And then my friend asked, "Can I say a few things?" Of course. And then the boy asked, I want to also say a few things. And we kept going like a half an hour, saying things about one day. And it was so fun because I told something they didn't thought about, and they told me something I didn't thought about. So it was an amazing moment. And I think this is like many years ago. I think she still remembers that moment when we went to bed and talk about that. And if you went to bed with like high vibrating and appreciation and high vibrating, so you're going to wake up from that position, energy position. But if you're going to sleep and you are worried, you are stressed, you think about things that you didn't do, you have to do, and are fearful, whatever, angry, disappointed, and you sleep, for the first, you're going to have a not nice dreams, because you create the dreams from the energy you go to sleep with, and then you wake up from that energy. You can't wake up happy if you go and sleep sad or angry or stressed. This is the energy you wake up to. So, and that's why we recommend to end your day with appreciation and joy and love, whatever feelings you can just create in yourself and pick up. That's the emotion you're going to wake up with. And that's a fun thing to know. And I can tell you, like 10 years ago, I had always nightmares. And nightmares because I was sleeping from the energy of fear. And I had nightmares, and I wake up for energy with fear. And now I go sleep. I'm happy. I'm loving my life, loving everything I have, appreciating, and I have really fun dreams. I invent things in my dreams, and I love that. That's my dream to dream about, and I wake up really high already. So that's the advice for what to do when you feel bad. No, the shortcut to feeling good. Okay, the next questions is, okay, there was somebody asking that how can you always be happy because things happen, and I assume that these things happen could be you get kicked out of your work, fired, your car get broken, or somebody gets sick. I don't know, something so-called bad happens or negative things happens, and how can you feel good, or why do we do this effort for law of attraction to feel good if things happen? And for the first, law of attraction is there. You haven't to do anything, it happens anyway. Like I told you, if you are prone to negativity, that what you create, that's also law of attraction. You don't need to know anything about it, and it works. It's like gravity. You don't think when you go out or go up the bed, oh, I hope this gravity stuff will work. Of course it does, and as does the law of attraction. So things always happen. Okay, for the first, there is no good or bad or right or wrong. just how we perceive it or how we react to it, what is our attitude. So if I meditate, if I appreciate every day, I create an attitude of resilience. So when something happens, because life happens all the time, of course, my car gets broken sometimes, or I miss the bus, or I hit my toe. I don't know, my dad got sick last year and then he died. So of course things happens. And the question is, how have you prepared yourself for things that happens? What is your mindset? So if you're unconscious, you're going to react. You're going to react from the reptile brain, from frustration, from anger, from stress, fear. When you create a new mindset, an attitude for life, you're going to react from a place of love, from acceptance, from a more empowerment place that you are, because you're going to see the life in a total different way. So let's say if my car gets broken, I would say, okay, it's broken, so now what? But it's not like the end of the world. I know 10 years ago, maybe 15, it would have been end of the world for me. Go to the work, the car get broken. I was like, oh my God, this is so expensive. What shall I do? Who shall I call? How can I fix this? What they're going to tell me at the work? Everything, yeah. And today, if it would broke, I would first ask myself, I'll create that. So what was the things I thought? What was the feeling I have been in too long? Because when you are very long in a mode, in a stressful mode, in a sad, angry, disappointed mode, of course, that's energy in motion. It creates something. So every time I hit my toe, I ask myself, what was I thinking? And not in a judging way, just curious. Because if something good happened, I always tell myself, I did that. If something other happened, like less good, I could tell myself, I did that. I created that. So if the car get broken, I've been in like once in the 10 years, and that time I was so happy I knew this, because I could tell myself, and it was really true, I could stay with my uncle's house 1 week more during the time somebody repairs my car. And I was so happy that my car didn't broke in a highway in between like 500 kilometers or between their house and my house. So I was really happy for many reasons. And we had a great week during the time they fixed my car. So for me, it was like, this is good. Or if somebody, I have an appointment with somebody and they don't appear there, or they text me later that, sorry, I couldn't be there, blah, blah, blah. And that's always, for me, an indication, especially when it's people, that if I'm high flying and that person that day is not high flying, they are like, the emotional scale, we always refer to emotional scale, like 0, 1 being really, really despair, and 10 being joy. So if I'm like 8, like happy, elated, inspired, and the person I'm going to meet is like 4, below the worry line. I'm really unhappy, maybe judging, negativity going on. Universe doesn't match us. It's not a match. Universe always matches us when we feel the same way somewhere. It doesn't matter what I speak. It's always emotion, the energy we are emitting. So if I'm really happy, I don't meet those people who are grumpy. If I'm grumpy, of course, I'm going to meet those grumpy people. That's if I feel sad or low, that's when they call me, and I know that. And of course, my attitude today is that I have nothing to give if I am too low in the emotional scale. I don't answer the phone. I let the emotion pass. It's okay for me. I call them later when I'm high again, and let's see if they answer me. So don't be so disappointed if people doesn't come or if you don't get that work, because maybe you are high flying and the workplace isn't. So no biggie. Or maybe you are here and the workplace is here. No biggie. You're gonna get it. It's there waiting for you until you raise yourself. And that you can apply that to everything. So the question was, yeah, things happens always. This is the world we're living in. Everybody creates, but you can choose how you think, how you feel, how you perceive it. Can you find something constructive? Can you find something positive? Can you find some possibilities in that moment? And always, you can take, it's not a guilt game. It's not like, oh, I did this. It's not like that. It's more like, I'm a part of this creation. And you don't need to dig. How did I create this? Or just recognize. Sometimes I like it's fun when I hit my toe. So, ooh, what was I thinking? Too much. And sometimes I remember, and sometimes I don't, and I leave it. And I move on. It's like things happen. And there is a really powerful tool, self-healing tool, or NLP, neuro-linguistic language, that you can use to accept whatever happens inside of you, outside of you. And it's called EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, or tapping. And YouTube is a gold mine for tapping. You find all kinds of people putting out the videos, the instructions for everything that happens in your life. So EFT is a very good thing to practice, to accept whatever happens. Your feelings, your thoughts, or other people, circumstances, whatever. I have been using like 15 years. I teach everybody it. It's in my coaching. So I teach it to people, to kids, to elder people, to my friends, to my parents, to my family. Everybody who I know use it or know it exists. So that's a good thing to check out. And the next question I got was, how do I know if my gut feeling is my intuition talking, or is it my logic brain talking? And I think that's a very frequent asked question that people can't know or discern if this is it heart, is it my gut feeling, or is it my logical thinking mind guiding me? And for me now, it's easy to say, whatever you think about and it feels good, that's the guidance. So if something feels bad, I know if you're worried or stressed about something, that's not your gut feeling. That's your brain giving you things to worry about and fuss about. That's the main work of the brain we teach them to do. So let's say you have two workplaces to apply to, and when you think about the other one, you think, oh, that feels fun. And because we are used to think that fun is not a work and you can't get paid for fun, so the mind goes, this is better salary, this is closer to home, and this is bigger company, whatever. So the mind is very, very good in coming with excuses or logical reasoning why you should choose this workplace. But when you think about this, you get like, ooh, excited. And of course, that's easy one. I mean, if you feel that strong, it's easy to choose. But when I coach people, I see people talk like this. It could be like, where do I travel, or what house apartment should I buy, or car, everything. You have a feeling about something, and then you think about something. So if you want to train your gut feeling, if you have two choices, don't ever again write pros and cons. Write only pros. Because it doesn't matter, the cons are there. You don't need to focus on those. So you can focus on pros. So if you have two houses, oh, this house has this and this and this and this and this nice things I love. And this house has this and this and these nice things. Okay, this has more nice things. I choose that. You see, you don't need to go to the cons, the negativity, the critical thinking. You can keep yourself in the positive, constructive thinking all the time. It doesn't matter what it is. And if you are still unsure, I have this thing I teach people to do. You take a paper and make it two, and you write yes in one and no in one. This is my yes and no. No and yes. Yeah. And then you just put it in a small pieces, and you ask the question. And now you have to ask not what should I do. You ask a yes or no question, or make a statement, even better. So let's talk about these houses. I have A and B, and they have really good qualities both. And I still don't know what my gut feeling is telling me. What is my intuition telling me? What is my heart telling me? So you have this. And now I say to myself, make a statement that I'm gonna buy the house A. I'm gonna buy that. And now I take one of these. And remember, whatever it says, it doesn't tell you you have to buy the house you decided to buy. So I decided to buy the house A. But this is revealing how I feel about my decision. And feeling is your guidance. So, shall I buy this house A? Yes, I should buy it. And that feels good. So, my gut feeling, my intuition tells me that's the right thing to do for me. And that's when I put the dot, end of thinking, end of discussion. Because if I go further, like so many people I know do, they make the decision and then what about I missed something? What about this is the wrong choice? And I said, this is the mind fuck. Don't go there. Make a decision and keep it. You can change it, but don't doubt it. Doubt is killing your dreams, it's killing your emotions, it's killing your intuition. You're supposed to train it, you know? And if you train something, you have to believe it. So if I had no here, you say, if I tell myself, I'm going to buy this house A, and I get this no, this no. So if I get this, I'm like, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't buy the house. It means that this is not right for me not to buy it. So my feeling was disappointment to not buy it. So this works for everything. I have been coaching lawyers between two jobs, and they did this with me on the phone when they called me and have a really hard place, between two choices, assumingly good. And I told her, okay, tell yourself I'm going to pick the work number B. And she opened this tiny paper, yes and no papers, and she got a yes. And she was like, and I heard directly, immediately, that her choice was the workplace A. And she knew it too. It was easy. And I told her, just zip it, follow your intuition, gut feeling. And she's still in that workplace and it works. So, and you can always change, but no doubt. Doubt is like undermining your own training to follow your gut feeling, your intuition. So doubt begins with, but what if I make the wrong decision? Everything that follows your decisions. I choose this pizza from this menu. What if her pizza is better, more tasty? I mean, you could go on forever, and I know people who do, and they don't feel good. And that's how you create something that you don't like. Because if you believe that you make the bad choices, universe is going to giving to plenty of opportunities to show you that you are going to make bad choices. So I forgot the question. Yeah, how do I know my intuition? So remember, every time you follow your intuition, it could be you are trying to find an address somewhere and you drive your car, left or right, left or right. So if you just relax, take a full breath, and right, I take right, and you take right, and then you drive again. I see people do this, and they always find they don't doubt themselves, they don't doubt their guidance, and they don't call it guidance. They just follow the guidance without knowing they're following the guidance. It's so natural for them, and it's fun to see it works. But everything you decide, put an end to the meaning. I'm going to choose this. Dot. End. I'm gonna do this. And no buts, no because, nothing else. Don't let your sentences be followed with nothing else. Just one sentence and follow it. So that's how you feed your intuition, your gut feeling, and make it stronger. Because the mind is quite loud, and the sensations, the feeling of gut or intuition is quite soft, quite nice. And when you start encouraging it's getting stronger. So, intuition, gut feeling, yes, everybody has it. It's just a matter if you train yourself to hear it, to listen to it. Next question I have here is, what do I do with all these negative thoughts? Okay, this is, everybody has thoughts, and you're gonna have it rest of your life. They are like here. Somebody had this image, like if you took a river and there are fishes in the river, and you stand in the river and look at those fishes. You don't, I mean, this is a fish, and oh, it's a fish, it's a thought, it's a cloud in the sky, whatever. But the time you get attached to the thought depends what you create in the next moment. So if this thought is a good thought, I'm like, oh, I like that thought. It's a thought about my possibilities. I love my work. I love my boyfriend. I love my family. If this is the thoughts that you grab, of course, you create something really nice in the next moment. But if this thought is, my work sucks, I don't like my colleagues, my boss is a horrible person, everybody's so negative at work. If I grab that, it's like the fish. I take the fish, put it in my pocket, and after a few days, it's going to smell. smell like spreading negative energy towards my creations in the future. And future is after 1 hour is future. After 1 week is a future. So what is the fishes you want to grab? What is the clouds you want to look at? So thoughts are there, but don't judge your thoughts. Don't criticize them. Don't feel bad about your thoughts. If I have a thought that feels bad, I don't criticize it anymore. I did that. And if I criticize, then I have two thoughts. I have a thought that feels bad, and I have a thought that criticize that thought. So I have two negative thoughts. If I have two, it is drawing to itself a third negative thought. It's like association chain, the spiral. Ooh. So if I see one negative thought, I was like, have I been thinking you before? And now I want to focus on this thought. I love the weather today. It's really nice weather today. So you can choose what you focus on. It's your call. It's to determine what you focus on. The thoughts doesn't decide. It's just you grabbing and giving them time, feeding them, giving them energy, making them bigger, growing, whatever. But if you don't feed them, they are there, but don't feed them. Just okay. I have this thought about my past again. I know you, sorry. And I like to focus on this. You see, it's the same that I told you before. It's nothing bad, nothing wrong to have these thoughts. It's just what you do with them. Are you grabbing them, looking them with a loupe, with a microscope? Are you adding more thoughts to that one original thought? Or are you just, okay, I feel crap about myself today. Okay, I've done that before, and I would love to like myself. I would love to think nice stuff about myself, and that makes me feel good. You can always see the energy when you play with these things. If you force yourself to think a negative thought about yourself or somebody else or about the workplace, and if you do it consciously, you're going to feel how it doesn't feel good. And when you just leave it, I like to think nice thought about my workplace, about my colleagues, about my boss, about my neighbors, about my boyfriend, about my family. It immediately feels good. But this is a training thing. You can practice it. And my advice is that practice to just let your thoughts be. Just recognize, okay, I have this thought. I've been thinking you quite many times, and I want to think this thought. It's yours to choose. You have the control over what you think, believe it or not. The next question. What is here? How can I find my... Okay, yeah, this is a good one, because, you can hear everybody tell you that I'm looking for, I have to find. Maybe you tell yourself too, I have to find my soulmate, or I have to find my dream, or my desire, my dream job, my perfect coach, or a really good masseur, or I have to find a house that I love. So if you are in a finding mode, that means that you are lacking something. You have a lack of that thing, that person, or whatever. So you are telling universe, I'm in a search mode, AAK, I'm not in a finding mode. Like I'm searching, I want to find, but always as an underlying meaning that I don't have it. And that's what you create. You create more. I don't have it. I don't find it. It's lost. it's not here for me. And the universe listen only what you feel, not what you say. But if you can use the find in a different way, like, oh, it's somewhere for me. I know it's coming. I'm gonna meet my soulmate, like whenever. I'm not ready, or I have found my soulmate. I am my soulmate. So if you can take the attachment to whatever you want to find away from the equation, because the attachments is always like bringing the emotion of not having it, and not having is what we get. So, oh, I have to find my soulmate. I don't want to be alone. Or everybody else has their soulmate, but I don't. So that is what you are creating. You are creating a weeks, a years, not having it because you are searching. So if your whole body and mind are working with trying to find or searching or feeling that you don't have it, that's what you create. It doesn't matter what you do. You're going to create from that emotion, that energy. And universe is always answering the energy. It's not condemning right or wrong. It's just answering the energy you put out. So instead of, I'm never looking for something anymore. Even though if I don't find my phone, I don't tell myself, oh, where is my phone? I don't find it. It's like, okay, it's somewhere. Just now I don't see it. But when right time comes, I see it. And I focus on something else. I make a cup of coffee. Oh, there's my phone. So when you drop the attachment to whatever you want to find or whatever you are searching for, when you drop that attachment, the feeling, the neediness, oh, I need this, God, give it to me. That's the emotion that creates the neediness more. But if you just relax and tell the universe, oh, I love a soulmate who is like this and this and this and this. I like a workplace that has these qualities, that I feel like this. Or I like a house which is spacious and light and modern and beautiful. And you just focus on things that makes you feel good about that lacking thing. And when you are light about something, when you create fast, and light is always good. I mean, lighten up, take it easy, chill. Don't need anything, because we don't need anything. We have already everything. That's just the mind crap telling us that we need something. When I was single, like 3 years ago, I was really in a happy place. I loved my life. I wrote down the qualities of my relationship that I love. A relationship, how would I be in that relationship? And today, like 3 years, I have been having this dream relationship. And it didn't come from a place of neediness or I want that so bad or loneliness. It came from a place of feeling good about myself, my life, loving myself and loving my life, and loving whatever I did, whatever I do. That's the place of creation. Of course, the place of creation also neediness, but that creates more to need, more to feel terrified about, more to feel sad about or lack about or whatever you feel. And it's not wrong, but it's much more fun to create from a place of feeling good. So just the time, it's a few minutes left. So if you know the old way to think is like, I have to get this, then I'll be happy. I have to get this soulmate or this relationship, then I feel happy. I have to have these friends, then I feel happy. I have to have this workplace, this position, this role, then I feel happy. I have to look like something 5 kilos lighter, then I feel happy. And that's the old way of thinking. It had never worked. Look around you, look at your life. It never worked that way. This is the way how it works. Feel happy, and then you get your soulmate. Feel happy, then you get your dream job. Feel happy, and then you get your friskiness, your vitality, your attractiveness, whatever. Feel happy and then make the phone call. Feel happy and then send the email. Feel happy and then go out to dance. Feel happy and go buy your jacket. So if you just grab that, feel happy and then, that is the point, that is a place you want to be in yourself. In an emotional scale, feel happy, and whatever you want is coming to you. Universe is backing you up in your emotion 100%. If you feel happy, universe backs you up. If you feel less than happy, worried, stressed, fear, whatever, hopelessness, universe is going to back you up. Universe doesn't tell something is wrong or good or bad. It just acknowledge what you focus on, because your sadness or unhappiness is a focus, and it backs you up and give you more of it. My question is, what do you want more about? You want more feel good, fun, happy, positive vibes? Be there. Don't be there because of something. Be there for your own sake, and everything else is going to follow. This is how I live. This is how my friend and co-creator Hanne lives. So, and the more we live like this, the better it gets. That's awesome. That's a magical thing, and yeah, that's why we like to spread the word. It's good vibes creates good vibes, and less good vibes creates less good vibes. Yeah. That's the short sentence. And thank you for today. And we're going to have a next webinar next week, I think, the 17th of October. And if you have some questions, please send it to us. You find here in Meetup or info at Sweden. So if you have questions, you can go to our website effortlessliving.com and find us there and put out some questions. Otherwise, we're gonna continue to answer questions because there are a lot of them, and yeah, we're gonna continue this fun work, this fun thing we do and share. So thank you for playing with me today, and have an awesome day. Mwah.